Oh, wow. I can't even tell you how proud I am to receive this award. I spent 11 of my most memorable and rewarding years as an educator here at Purcell Marian, with our children being able to have a Purcell Marianist education. I am really so proud and humbled to get this award.
Well, it's flattering to receive this by all means, and surprising. It's an honor, and it's an honor to get it and also to be able to say thank you.
I appreciate this award, but there are many others on the team that also deserve it. Because, you know, if you look at sports, and team sports especially, it's a lot like life. You know, you don't do it alone.
I was hired by Denny Johnson, and I worked in the LD department for the first 3 years here. I worked with two wonderful men, Bob Concoli and brother Bob Politti. And my children, all three of our children, came to Purcell Marian, and their teachers and coaches were wonderful. They were colleagues and friends of mine. Yvonne Foley, Kathy Heekin, Lenny Ham, Mike Gergen, Fred Geraci, Tom Nurl, Sharon Moran. Everyone was wonderful here.
I've been on the board, and I sent my children here as well. I think back to all the guys I played ball with, and you know, I was fortunate to play with some very good football players. But I just have to ask myself, why me? I've accomplished some things in my life, but so have a lot of other people. So it's not that I'm anything special by any means.
So my son was a graduate in 2017, and that's how I started at Purcell. I was doing some volunteer work and some help in cleaning classrooms when Andy asked me to come on board. Changes that I've seen in the building, the physical changes I've seen in the building, has been the most thing we've been proud of. The team that we put together to do that, because it certainly isn't me, it's a team of people between the HVAC people, between my custodial crew, and of course the commitment that I have from internally, the administrative staff and the leadership, to be given the opportunity to take care of the things that need to be done and to be supported and knowing that they were the right things.
What do you think is the most meaningful contribution you've made to the world?
Wow. I'd have to say 5 great kids and a wonderful wife.
I certainly think that my time as a special educator is what I always want to hang my hat on, so to speak. I've also was involved in student leadership. In fact, I had a homeroom for student leaders. Andy Farson was in my homeroom as a senior. And yes, I do have stories about him if anybody wants them.
Of course, I'm most proud of my son that we brought into this world, and the life the life he has ahead. But probably other than that, my contribution to life is just being a good person and just smiling to the person that needs a smile, and a hand to the person that needs a hand, and those that are less fortunate. And being able to do that for people would probably be the contribution I would be proud of.
One of the most important things I'd like to say is I'd like to thank my husband, Lenny, my children, Michelle, Kevin, and Kyle, for their wonderful love, support, and encouragement, because I wouldn't have been able to be the teacher without them. I'd also like to mention that my dad was a Purcell grad, and how happy he was when I was able to be hired here at Purcell Marian. He would be very proud of me tonight.
Certainly my parents would be top, especially my mother. Mother is 6 and a nurse. Her whole life was committed to service and giving, and she would be the one I would attribute to the most.
Well, my parents, of course, were probably the greatest model. Trying to keep up with my older brother was another one. He was 2 years ahead of me here.
Purcell Marian has maintained its inclusivity and diversity, which is tremendously important in the world today. It has found its niche in terms of academics and the IB program here.
To focus on the academics, on the student, on the physical building, and the commitment that I find in the school is enriching the kids and watching the kids come out of here in a much better way.
Well, it's good that the school evolves, because the world changes. Still gives the kids a good Catholic education, prepares them for life. Whether they go into college or go into the work world, it's still a very good school.
I'd also like to say to the parents and the students and the teachers and the alums of Purcell Marian, I hope you really appreciate what a wonderful opportunity is to be connected to the Purcell Marian community. This school is a place that's truly been blessed by the hand of God.
And thank you for the opportunity to have the amount of people involved, because again, it's not what I've done in the school, and I appreciate the recognition, but it's the team of people, and again, the commitment that I've had from my boss and my administrative team to do these things and to make the changes and make the things that improve the school to make it where it is right now.
You know, I appreciate what I've received from this school, education-wise and for life. I guess the only thing I can say is thank you, because there are a lot of other people who also deserve it.